it got a bit frantic. They could have snatched at the end. They had chances. I felt like Rangers today, the pressure just created chances. The goal with a few saves. I thought it played half decent, but I just think that if that was a one-off game, you go like, you know what, played well, didn't break their way, move on. It happens, right? But that's their fourth goalless draw of the season. They had 4 in the whole of last season, and then 2 of them in the Champions League. They've scored 8 league goals this season. They scored less goals than Livingston, Kilmarnock, Hibs, Dundee United. Almost half the amount that Hearts have scored to the top of the league. So they're struggling for quality in the final third. And this is what, and listen, in fairness, Brendan Rodgers has been crying out for. He said since June, I need quality in the final third. He's added Tierney and Iheanacho, I think, who are a bit of quality. Iheanacho needs time. Again, ridiculous. That's the situation they're in. Tierney, I think, looks decent. Bartlett Wishaw, who's another left-sided winger, needs to he's with 4 or 5 games now, not really started with a bang, to be fair, but he needs a bit of time. But it's just Celtic are not firing all cylinders, and I think they will improve when these connections with certain players and fitness builds with these guys. I think they will get better, but they're still lacking. They still get to an hour if they're struggling in games, and it happens. It happens to the best Celtic teams, but usually there's somebody to change it. They can mix it up, and they've got equal firepower to come on. They don't have it just now. So
tell me this:
it's a bit of a struggle for Celtic at the moment.
I mean, it doesn't need. You're right in everything that you just said, and Brendan Rodgers doesn't need to go looking for problems that don't exist. But has he got a problem at left back now in terms of whose first pick should be?
That's a nice problem, I think. I think that's a nice problem because I think he's. I thought Tierney it was decent in the last week. I like to look at Saracchi. I think he looks. What I think is I've seen him, especially in the second half. Yesterday, he's playing very much in the pitch as I can. Listen, don't want to get all kind of beardy hipster, but he's very much a kind of he can handle playing that inverted role. I still think Kieran Tierney can do that as well. I don't think people kind of dismiss Kieran Tierney as a one-trick pony. You can only bomb at the line. He's not. I think he's a football player. I think he could do that no bother as well. But I
thought he did a lot of that in the European game through the week, Mick. He was tucking in. He was playing a very similar sort of role to the one that Greg Taylor was playing last season and previous season. Yeah,
but I like to look at Saracchi. I mean, again, he's not played an awful lot of football since the kind of February, March. So by the end, he's kind of blown a wee bit. But yeah, it looks like a wee hardy fullback that you can rely on. I think you're going to need to rely on because, like I say, Kieran Tierney. Listen, we know he's been about 90 minutes once in over a year.
Yeah, it's a bit of a job share, that left back role.
It's going to be, but I think that the stress is now going out of that for Celtic. I think they've got a guy they can rely on. Not just that. I think that a lot of people thought, well, Tierney has to be playing in Europe. I think everyone thought Champions League. I need a backup that you can rely on for Scotland. I think Saracchi looks like he can do both. So I don't think that's a worry now. I think they'll both get plenty of game time, but equally as well. I think that's one area of the pitch I think is a bit more relaxing for Brendan Rodgers. He's got other areas I think will give him a bit of stress, to be honest.